class. In previous classes, I have told you about parts of speech, kinds of nouns and other classifications of nouns. Today I am going to revise all the topics. Let's see. Here, revision on previous topics. Here, the first topic we have discussed is parts of speech. Parts of speech. As I told you, there are 8 parts of speech. What are they? Here, first one is noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. And here we also learn the definition of these. What is noun? Noun. It indicates the name of a person, place, animal, things, idea. Pronoun. Instead of noun or in place of noun, we are using pronoun. Here, verb. Action and state. It indicates action and state. Adjective. Here we already told you that it always follows noun and pronoun. It qualifies. Qualifies noun and pronoun. Here adverb. It modifies the meaning of verb, adjective and adverb itself. And preposition, it comes with a noun and explains how it related with other sentences. Here conjunctions, we are using to add 2 words, 2 sentences or 2 phrases. Here interjection. We use interjection for sudden strong feelings like hooray, alas. In this way we are using conjunction. Here if you want the complete detail about these parts of speech, revise my previous topic. Here nouns. Generally here the nouns are classified into 5 types we see in general grammar books. What are they? Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. Instead of this order, proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun, here we learned in this way. Concrete noun, abstract noun, third one is proper noun and the fourth one is common noun and the fifth one is collective noun. Along with these nouns, we also learn singular and plural nouns. Singular and plural nouns. Countable and uncountable. Countable and uncountable nouns. Along with this, we also learn gender. In this gender, we have learned masculine, gender, feminine gender, masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, and last one is neuter gender. Gender, we also learn the masculine, feminine, common, neuter gender. And along with us, we also learn case. In this case, we learn subjective case, objective case, subjective case, objective case, and also learn possessive case. We learn subjective, objective, possessive case. Along with this topic, we also learn here nouns in opposition. Nouns in opposition. Here, concrete noun, abstract noun, proper noun, common noun, collective noun, singular and plural nouns, countable and uncountable nouns, gender, masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neuter gender, and also we learn cases, subjective case, objective case, possessive case. Along with that, we also learn nouns in opposition. These are all topics we are going to learn in brief. Noun. Here, what is noun? The name of a person, place, thing, any idea we call a noun. Here, see, name of a person, animals, place, things, or idea. Here, person, any name. Example, Rajesh. Animals, all animals, insects. The particular name come here. Tiger. Place. Nizamabad. Things, car, idea, happiness. Here see, as we know that nouns are classified into different types. For using it, we have to learn them. Here, concrete noun. What is concrete? Here, touch my hand. I can touch my fingers, I can touch this board. What which we can able to touch or feel it with our senses, 5 sense organs. Board, pen, book, and these concrete nouns are exist in this world or physical life. Here, next one is abstract noun. Abstract means which we can't able to sense, but it present, like knowledge, wisdom. Here are the examples. Generally, we are explaining for ideas, qualities, conditions, state. Example: happiness, sorrow, friendship, death, and here childhood, boyhood. These are all comes under abstract noun. Here proper noun, name of a particular person, place or thing. we call proper noun. For identifying a particular person, we are giving a particular name. Here, imagine that I am in group and you want to meet me. Here, you must have to call me by saying Rajesh sir. Then only I can able to respond. Means every person has given one name. This is called proper noun, and that names given to all the things. Here common noun. A group belongs to common. We treat it as one. Common. Like all males, common. Man, common. Female, common. Here say man, country, mobile. We have different company mobiles. But if you are seeing, we say just mobile. It is a mobile. Maybe the companies are different, but it is a mobile. Like country, India, it's a country. America, country. Australia, country. Every country has its own name for identifying it. And country is common. If you want to tell a particular name, India. And here mobile is common, a particular mobile, Samsung mobile. And here the man is common, Rajesh is particular. Next, collective noun. A group of person, place, things we call collective nouns. Instead of saying group of soldiers, we use army. Here, a member of legislative assembly, MPs, member of parliament, we call parliament. Intellectual people sat in that parliament. Or a bouquet. Here, a bunch of flowers called bouquet. Individual flowers we pluck together and we call it as a bouquet. Family, a group of members like mother, father, son, daughter, grandmother, grandfather, a group. And here the team. We know we play cricket. We have 11 players in that, but we call them as team. If you give the particular name, it's called proper noun. Here, mob, a group of people gathered in a particular place and generally not for good cause, mob. Here, jury, a group of qualified judges we call jury. This is called collective noun. Here, compound nouns. The compound nouns means two nouns come together and we are indicating it as one and it gives a new word. Here, six pack. Here, these days, most of the people suffering with obesity, overweight, and they are dreaming for six pack. And here, 5-year-old, when we are explaining about the age of any, we are saying 5-year-old, 10-year-old. I have a daughter, her age is 10-year-old, like mailbox. We see this in computer language, mailbox. Here, son-in-law, son-in-law. These are all compound nouns. Here, countable and uncountable nouns. For counting, we are using numbers, numerical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we can able to count. We call countable. Here we take the example of book, 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, same way. 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pens, chairs, 1 chair, 2 chair, 3 chair. I have 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends, many friends. Here uncountable nouns which we can't able to count, but we are using some particular methods to measure it, like liters, kgs, kilometers, in this way. Here rice, we measure it by kgs, not by counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Like information, advice, oil, water, money. Here singular and plural nouns. Next one is singular and plural nouns. Single means one, plural means more than one. Book, if it is one we call book, more than one, books. Here see man. For this man we are not adding s for making plural, because man is a irregular. Man is a irregular noun. So we have to add men in plural. Here the boy, we have to add s for making it into plural. Here tree, trees. Here man, it's repeated again. Instead of you see that woman, woman. Here boxes. Here we are adding ears. Here we added s. And here the internal vowel is changed. Here knife, knives. Ves we added for making it into plural. Here baby, babies. Ies we added. Here this is a compound noun, son in law. For making it into plural, we have to add s after son. If you are adding s here, it's wrong. Here we have to add s here. Sons in law. Don't confuse. And here jeans. It's always plural. Like maths. It's a singular, but always looks like plural. Mathematics are short form maths, like physics, news. They are always in plural. And here the next one is gender. Gender means here male or female. Male or female. When it is not the male, not the female, we call it as neuter gender. When we are calling both male and female as one, we call it as a common. We can't able to differentiate it. We call it as common noun. Here see an example: boy. Feminine one is girl. Male one is boy. Male we call masculine and the feminine for female. Boy, girl, and child. It's a neuter gender. We can't able to tell whether boy or girl. Here house. It's a neuter gender. Here king, queen, parent, chair. Hero, heroine, orphan, computer. Here fox, it's a male one, vixen for female, cup for both, and car, it's a neuter gender. If you want more information about this, watch my previous video which has given the complete explanation on this gender. And here the next one is noun case. As in the previous classes, we have learned that we have three type of cases. One is subjective case, second one is objective case, and the third one is possessive case. And here subjective case is also called nominative case, and objective case is also called accusative case. Here possessive means we are adding apostrophe s, only apostrophe s, sometimes yes apostrophe, and sometimes here apostrophe s. Sometimes comma, sometimes yes with apostrophe, sometimes apostrophe yes. Here subjective case. Here we already learned that the English general sentence is formed by using subject plus verb plus object. Subject, verb, object. Here Rani is a teacher. Here the Rani is a subject. Here Ravi kicked the ball. Here the ball object, and here kicker it's a verb. Here possessive. Here Lakshmi's pen, Lakshmi's ball, or whatever it belongs to. Ownership. For telling the ownership or possessiveness, we are using apostrophe s. Here teacher's pen. If it is belong to a particular teacher's, and we call a teacher's pen. If it is belongs to all the teachers, here teachers. We have to keep the apostrophe after s. Teachers' pens or teachers' books. In this way, we will write here the apostrophe after that. Like Women's Day. Next one is direct object. As we know that while writing the object, there is a possibility to write two types of object. One is direct object and the second one is indirect object. Direct object is, it is a non-living, it's a non-living, and here the indirect object, it's a person or animal. Here indirect object. First is direct object. Raju gave a pen. What he has given? Pen. Here see indirect object. Raju gave Rani a pen. Whom he gave? Rani. It's a indirect object. Indirect object. And here the pen is direct object. Here the last one, but not the least one, very important. I already told you, if you learn this, you can write differently from others. Here we are adding extra information after the names, and we are telling he is famous for or he is known for, like that. Here the possibility to write at the subjective case and objective case. Here if you want to know complete information about this, watch my previous video. You will get the complete detail about this. Now in opposition. I have already told you, don't confuse with the word opposition. Opposition means complete against. Here opposition means come side by side, and giving some extra information about the first noun. Here see Tom. Here Tom after comma, their youngest child. Here we are giving some additional information about this Tom. Here Tom is very handsome. Here this sentence is complete sentence and it gives meaning. For giving extra information, we are adding their youngest child. Here the possibility to write this noun phrase at the beginning also. Here, the youngest child, Tom, is very handsome. This is possible at the beginning or also at the ending. Subjective case or objective case, you have the possibility to write in the reverse manner also. If you have any confusion about these topics, you please go through with my complete topics. Thank you. Thanks for watching.